on those lines. Let's kick this thing off in 3, 2, 1, go.
First 50 seconds completely programmed out autonomous. All of the 9-6 robots are leaving the points for their autonomous ranking point area. Getting 3 points for each of those points, each for a total of 9 for each alliance. Red Alliance sneaking in additional game pieces there into the Coral Station, meaning they'll get that ranking point. 2016 proudly placing 2 of those game pieces in the top part of their Coral Reef, worth 7 points during the autonomous period. Now that we're into the teleoperated period, that's only worth 5 points for scoring a coral on the top part of that reef. The remainder 2 minutes of the game is all down to see who can play. 35-59 Thundercats already applying that bumper-on-bumper defensive pressure onto the opponent alliance. That contact is allowed as long as it's kept at a minimum and done outside of the protected zones, which in this year's game is that taped-off area around the Coral Reef. 10-4-93 continuing to score game pieces for their alliance. Their simple mechanism allows them to pick up game pieces from the human player slotted area and deliver it peacefully into the part of L1, worth 2 points for their alliance. Blue Alliance continuing to get some pressure on their opponents, causing a couple of slip-ups here, but fixed gears are prepared for that. Their loop around their coral piece allows them to hold on to it once it's correctly placed into their elevator mechanism, scoring a few more points for their alliance. The higher the team score on that Coral Reef, the more points they'll adore for their team. 76-17, applying a little bit too much pressure and bumping their opponent teammates off the side of the field. If a game piece were to exit the field of play, it does get returned to where it bounced out. This is especially true for those teal spheres as they bounce around the field of play and cause chaos for all of our teams. 81-16, one of the Washington Robotics teams from just around the corner, continue to place game pieces on their field of play. A lot of teams needing to remove that algae to open up additional scoring opportunities for their alliance all over the field of play. Scores currently 66-45 in favor of your Red Alliance, but lots of points available, especially in the endgame climb period. 10-4-93 continues game pieces on the bottom L1 trough level. Those 2 points will slowly accrue over time. It can be the deciding factor like we saw in one of our previous matches. 17-20 fixed gears, quickly delivering game pieces to the top part of their station. Hearing that sonar ping sound means they'll start to make their way over to those cages. Red Alliance going with 2 deep cages and 1 shallow cage. Actually, both alliances doing so. Opening up the center bit for climb opportunity. 76-17 off the ground, 81-18 off the ground, 55-54 just shy of that, and then 17-20 as well. We'll have to see how these scores settle up here at the end of qualification match 31 here at the Finn District Washington event presented by Vincennes University Center for Applied Robotics and Automation and Toyota, Indiana. 1 point match here, folks. Red Alliance taking it with a score of 89 to Blue Alliance's 88. Like we were talking about earlier, those simple scoring mechanisms, especially if our rookie teams, can make the point difference as we saw here in this match. Red Alliance going to get 5 ranking points. That's 3 for winning the match. And both teams getting those ranking points for their work in autonomous, for crossing that line and scoring a coral, and their work in the barge.